Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're here again. Take a slow breath in. Hold it for a moment. And let it go. Let your shoulders soften. Let your thoughts settle wherever they need to. This is your space. A small pause between all the noise. A quiet return. Today's question is this. Why do the moments we dreamed of for years feel so fleeting when they finally arrive, as if joy itself is too delicate to hold on to? It's a strange feeling, isn't it? You can carry a moment in your heart for years. You imagine it quietly, sometimes without even realizing you're doing it. You picture how it might feel, how it might finally make everything make sense. And then one day, without ceremony, it arrives. It doesn't knock loudly. It doesn't announce itself as the moment you've been waiting for. It simply appears, and just as gently, it moves on. You try to stay with it. You try to slow it down. You tell yourself, remember this, hold this, don't let it slip away. But joy has a way of passing through us like warm light through a window. It never stays as long as we expect. We often believe that the moments we dream of will be different from ordinary life, that they will last longer, that they will fill something inside us completely. We imagine them as turning points, moments after which everything feels settled, finished, secure. And yet, when they arrive, they feel brief, almost fragile, as if they were never meant to be held too tightly. Maybe you've known this feeling. You work towards something for years, saving, preparing, imagining, and when the day finally comes, it's over almost as soon as it begins, like the man who dreamed of seeing the ocean throughout his childhood. He imagined that first view again and again, the endless horizon, the sound of waves, the smell of salt in the air. When he finally stood there, older now, carrying the weight of a full life, the sight took his breath away. And then, quietly, the moment passed. Later he said it felt less like living a moment and more like touching a memory. Or the woman who dreamed of graduating, years of effort, late nights, doubt she had to walk through alone. The ceremony lasted an hour, the applause, a few seconds, the walk across the stage, barely a breath. Afterwards she sat outside with her diploma resting on her knees and felt something unexpected. Not disappointment, just surprise. I thought it would feel bigger, she whispered to herself. Or think of someone who carries a place in their heart for years, a city, a landscape, a corner of the world they've imagined in quiet moments. When they finally arrive, the streets are beautiful, alive with movement and sound. But beneath the excitement, there's a softness, almost a sadness. Not because the place failed them, but because the dream they lived with for so long unfolded in a single afternoon. Why does that happen? Because dreams move slowly, and life does not. Dreams stretch themselves across years. They grow with us. They change shape as we change. But the moments that fulfill them are bound by time. They are brief by nature, not because they lack meaning, but because their purpose is different. Dreams prepare us. Moments transform us. Joy isn't meant to stay forever in its brightest form. It arrives, it opens something inside us, and then it steps aside so life can continue. There's a quiet ache that can follow these moments, an ache we don't always expect. It's the realization that something you waited so long for passed so quickly. It's the way time seems to rush, just when you wish it would slow down. It's the subtle understanding that nothing precious asks for permission before it changes. A father once spoke about the first time his child said his name. He imagined it for months. When it finally happened, a small, imperfect sound, his heart swelled in a way he'd never known before. And then, almost immediately, the day continued. The room didn't pause. Time didn't soften. He later said he wished he could have stayed inside that second forever, but he couldn't. And maybe that's part of what makes joy feel so delicate. It reminds us that time never stops, and neither do we. But there's another way to look at this, one that feels gentler. Perhaps joy doesn't pass quickly because it's weak. Perhaps it passes quickly because it's powerful. The human heart can only hold so much intensity at once. If joy stayed at its brightest forever, it would overwhelm us. So it comes in moments, small flames, brief warmth that reminds us what it feels like to be fully alive. A child's laughter lasts seconds, but it softens a parent for years. A single touch can stay with us longer than an entire conversation. A dream fulfilled in a moment can quietly reshape the rest of our lives. Joy is fleeting in time, but lasting in meaning. Maybe dream moments feel short because we expect them to complete us, when in truth they are meant to expand us. They are not destinations, they are openings. They show us what matters, they reveal what awakens us. They gently redirect the way we move through ordinary days. After a dream moment passes, something remains, not the intensity, but the warmth, like a candle that has been blown out, leaving the room changed in a way you can still feel. So, if a moment you waited years for felt too brief, too light, too quickly gone, don't believe it failed you. It didn't disappear. It became part of you. It shaped the way you see the world, even if you don't notice it yet. Your heart is holding more than you realize. Every dream moment leaves something behind. A softness, a shift, a quiet courage, proof that you were there, fully present, even if only for a breath. And maybe that is enough. Maybe that is exactly how joy is meant to be. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this moment to reflect. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More stories, more reflections, and more quiet truths are waiting for you. Take care, my friend. Until next time.